Hey. Pat doesn't like this song anymore.
Not don't. Because you guys should listen to Secret Girl Society. That slaps.
Dude, the book club one slaps.
You're welcome.
I'm about to say, didn't you make all of them?
Yeah, but he made all the other ones great, and this one he's like, you know what? I'm just not gonna.
All right. Well,
this is good.
Sick.
all right.
There's
Hold
no
on.
vocals. He put vocals on every single one. We get no vocals. You know, you could have had
It
amazing
says
vocals.
Talking
from
Normies podcast at the end. I'm sorry, Spencer. Before you leave, can you give me the pink one?
Get ready.
Yeah, baby.
Cause it's about time.
See? This just makes me want to just dance.
You like this? Oh my! This is how Pat dances too.
Girls Club.
Yeah.
Super secret
Girls Club.
Now
That's dope.
we're gonna do the book club one, which is the blue one, I think.
Super secret girls club.
See, that is sick. Why can't we get that?
Club.
What do you want?
No, listen to book club though. Book club.
Club, baby.
What? Boy?
Who knew?
Oh shit! I would read
know.
too if I was listening to this.
It's the book club.
You know damn well he ain't about to read.
Damn, I'm gonna start doing book
All
clubs.
right, hold on. The end of it is where we go crazy.
Hey, does the camera also record simultaneously on an SD card? We should just start recording and get some of this like BTS.
Huh? I mean, this isn't BTS. We're live.
Oh, we're live.
We're live.
Live right now.
Oh,
Live
fuck.
right now.
We're live. Yeah.
Oh, what up?
What up?
We're just, what's up?
Wait, can I? There we go.
But low key though, Chris, we do need to remix our.
Tight.
All right, I will do a
guys got
remix
to
of our
see
song.
that.
Spencer, the last thing I want you to do before you leave is also play the Pat Cast one, which is the green one, I think. Aquamarine.
Oh yeah, yeah,
Not that
yeah.
one. Not that one. Don't press that one. No, this is the book club. Okay, then yeah, press the other one. This is the
Yeah,
Patcast.
oh, this is sick too, boy. Oh, I just need to get my podcast back on too.
It kind of sounds like a serial killer on the way to kill somebody.
You guys ready
Back
for
towards about
sports?
the week.
Go ahead, Mickey. I thought she was dressing hard. Gotta get it in.
Who?
I don't know.
USA's playing tomorrow,
Yeah,
2 o'clock.
2 o'clock.
Oh, the
All
World
right,
Cup, the actual world.
Welcome to the official actual intro of the podcast.
Silence.
Officially,
yo, what it is?
woo! Surge has come into our room to do the thing that he does every week, where he points to the chalkboard incessantly,
It's just
And tells us things to.
and he's just like that. He's out. It's his birthday today, so everybody give it up for Surge's birthday.
wait, come back. It should have been okay.
We're all gonna punch him in the shoulder.
Yeah, he got his birthday licks. I used to think that meant something different, but turns out it doesn't.
Yeah,
Pause.
Hey, welcome y'all. Welcome to the podcast. We're biggity back, which is tight, and we got some things to talk about. Today's gonna be a pretty loose week, so I will be reading some of the comments from the chat. But yeah, we're gonna keep it easy, keep it G-easy. Also, happy First Friday.
Oh, it's First Friday. What's that?
It is First Friday. First Friday, everything's like on
Free?
discount in places. Not free.
Well, there's also there's a lot of art events
Yeah.
is what I do First Friday for. So
Lot of
tonight
markets.
I planned on going to look at some local art and check out some art, but turns out I can't because we're playing games for Surge's birthday. So my First Friday plans are in the toilet, and now I'm hanging out with the homies, which is not in the toilet. That's a positive thing.
That'll be fun. You guys should go to North Mass Boner for First
Ooh.
Friday. It's gonna be First Friday there, and then Imbibe has a First Friday that goes through like late.
See, this is why you guys got to go to
Ooh,
CCIC.
yeah,
man.
that was great. That was fun.
You guys go to CCIC and Harrison Center. Those are the best First Friday spots.
Yeah.
Gotcha.
I'll probably slide by Harrison, but regardless, weekend catch up. What you guys get into last weekend?
Oh fuck.
Fuck, man.
What'd I do?
This is so hard.
Well, I'm so wild.
Did we just have the holiday?
Yeah.
Yeah, it was a long weekend.
Yeah.
Oh, yeah, it was a holiday. I
okay.
ended up going to my
Yeah.
aunt and
Yeah, we had
uncle's
a holiday.
I went to my aunt and uncle's for Thanksgiving. I hadn't been there in. So like my dad passed 2017. I haven't been to a Thanksgiving damn near since.
Okay.
So yeah, I went and saw them for the first time. And saw my grandma and all that jazz.
Nice. Where they at?
Like right in Lawrence.
Oh shit! I thought they were gonna be like we drove down to Hurtsboro,
Nope.
Alabama.
Not
Okay.
at all.
The huge. I got some housework done.
It was Thanksgiving. You didn't do.
Well, yeah, I mean, aside from the holidays, yeah, the meal and everything, family and all that. But like, aside from that, like, I just kind of, I don't know. It was nice. We have another long break coming up for Christmas, which I'm really excited about. But just having a long break off from work. I know we watch TV for a living, but it's just nice to have some time to yourself so you can like catch up on other things. And I played the heck out of the Quest 2.
Nice, yeah.
Beat Saber. So
You beat the game?
I'm playing some songs on Expert now.
Yeah.
Poorly, but I am doing it.
That's awesome.
I also discovered that climbing game that I really want to. Dude, I finally tried some VR videos where like you're on a roller coaster and there's like a skydiving one, and it feels real. Like I was on my couch actually like moving with the coaster, like feeling the forces.
That's dope.
It's crazy like how it tricks your mind into like because
I was so close to buy one and I didn't.
They make it look so real. And then the cliff climbing game, like even though the graphics aren't like they're decent graphics, but like it's clearly a video game, but still like the perspective of everything, it freaks me out.
How though? Like, does it track your feet
how much was it?
Movement, or is it just it's all hands?
The climbing game? Oh, man, I think it was on sale for like it was $15 or $20.
And is it Spidey's asking, does it just track your hands?
Yeah. So like you have to use the triggers, so you have to like pull up and pull the trigger to actually latch on, and then like you have to like reach for the next one, and if it's super far away, you have to like jump to it. There's all kinds of stuff. It's pretty intricate. It's I think it's just called The Climb.
So I see that you're willing to do that, but you won't come to the climbing gym with us.
Wow.
Well, you know, you gotta.
Yep.
Ease,
Words.
you gotta ease
you
into
sure
it with
do,
the
bud.
VR.
Pat, what about you? What'd you get into last weekend?
Just your regular old Thanksgiving stuff. I did a lot of shopping on Black Friday. Is usually the time I do my shopping. But I got a bed coming into this today, so I'm super excited.
Nice.
Oh hell yeah! That's
What kind did you get? You get a purple?
I got me a purple.
Nice.
Got a purple.
Nice.
Got a
That's gonna
purple.
be a great.
I just can't wait. It's first mattress in like since high school. So
Watch you just completely change as a person now because you've refused to buy a new mattress for so long. So now
I'm hoping I sleep good.
Your sleep is gonna be so good.
I'll be honest. Like lately, I've been taking an edible to fall asleep. Like
That's not great.
So just but when I sleep, when I take it, I'm like I sleep so good for like 4 to 5 hours. Like I'm like knocked the fuck out. I don't move, don't wake up in the middle of the night. I'm just completely knocked the fuck out. But then as soon as I wake up, and then I try to go back to sleep, just can't I get good sleep. Like I don't move.
Your
Have
mattress
you tried
is-
melatonin?
No. No, I did try melatonin. Those gave me headaches.
what was that thing in Fight Club? Have you chewing on valerian root?
Ooh, what?
Yeah.
Wait, where did I buy this? Is this in Game of Thrones?
It sounds
That's what
Game
it
of
sounds
Thronesy, but it's called valerian root. I'm pretty sure. I just remember a scene from because he had insomnia and he was his doctor was like chew on some valerian root.
Pat, you know how you always are like, I don't want to age. Just what you need to do is go to the doctor and tell them you can't sleep, and let them make you do a sleep study or some shit so you can figure out what's actually wrong with you.
I'm hoping the mattress is the solution. That's the cheapest solution. So I'm hoping the mattress.
Motherfucker, I know that you have insurance, and that probably was going to be cheaper than the mattress.
Don't you get paid for sleep studies too?
No.
Oh.
They just watch you sleep. But I just feel like I was tossing and turning in the middle of the night because I was overheating. I'm hoping this doesn't solve the situation.
Did you get a cooling mattress?
It's not a cooling mattress. But apparently, purple is like one of the best mattresses. Best mattresses for anyone who's a hot sleeper because they don't use that much foam. It's all about the gel, like you just said.
Is it coming tomorrow? It's coming tomorrow.
It's coming today. It's getting right out of this podcast.
Well,
boy.
then I hope you just sleep in because dude, like just plopping into a brand new mattress is just like, oh man, that's the best feeling. Just allow yourself to sleep as much as possible. If you wake up at 1 p.m. tomorrow, it's okay.
It's one of my favorite things about going to a hotel. Also, I can't sleep that late. I would lose my brains. So my last weekend was pretty crazy.
What?
It was Small Business Saturday, and we got to bring the bus out for the first time.
Oh yeah, I forgot about
I was
that.
there.
Yeah, people stopped by the bus, got to check it out. I didn't get to show you all their nerdy shit in it, but
I'll be honest, it is way better than I thought it was going to be. Like the inside, I was like, man, how are they really going to turn like a sauna into a bus? And if they do, is it going to be workable? And even if it's workable, is it even going to look good? But damn, like it looks really fucking good. I was like,
really
I was like,
nice.
damn, who was your handyman? But it was all him, by the way. So
what? No, you guys have met Jody.
I mean, but he did the other stuff. But you did the actual sauna. Didn't you say you did the battery stuff? The sauna.
No, I put the batteries in there and the electricity, and if you look at that, it looks like I did it. Jody did all the fucking woodwork.
The wood. Oh, okay.
Yeah.
It's really, it was super nice, man.
Yeah, we had a lot
I
of
don't know
people
why you
come
put
by.
the toilet in there. I would just not even had that as an option, dude.
Because we're gonna be
someone's gonna
remote
shit in
places.
it.
I mean, it's made for people to shit in it. It can
But
handle
like,
that.
man, hell no, dude. That's too confined of a space.
No, it's
I
a
didn't even see
compost
the
toilet.
bathroom.
It
Do you
has a
have
fan on it.
Do you have an exhaust?
Yeah, so literally the smell, one, because a compost toilet, when it works correctly, it doesn't smell. But two, when someone's in there farting it the fuck up, there's literally a fan in there that's pulling that exhaust out of that room and pushing it under the bus.
I would have not made that an option.
Well, we're fucking
don't know how
business. We need a
toilets
toilet.
Because I asked you, was it like a regulation thing? And you were like, no. So I was like, why would you do that?
I mean, there is no regulations, but for hospital, look, it's supposed to be a wellness thing. If you come there and we're in the middle of, let's say we're at Eagle Creek, and we're in the woods, and you're like, oh, I got to pee so bad. I'm like, you have to put on your regular shoes, go out, go find that outhouse over there, pee in that outhouse, and then come back in
Yeah,
here
that's their problem.
in the dead of winter.
That's their problem.
If you were at this business experiencing it, you would be shitty.
So I got a question though, but like you get, is it flushable?
No.
So what do you do with this? Do you empty? Because like, how about someone comes in there and they just had a horrible diarrhea? They fuck with that. Like,
No, so
That's
what
horrible
I'm saying.
diarrhea. Why
Man.
are you at a sauna?
yeah, that's a good point too. Okay, now I'm going to explain to you guys how a compost toilet works. So in the back chamber, the poop chamber for the compost toilet, there will be, I think it's sawdust and peat moss. I need to double check these because I haven't filled it up yet. And when you poop into there, it starts to compost and it turns into manure. So like, there's a little thing, you move it around, and then it just
so you
becomes
got physically
compost.
move it around.
There's a
in there?
no.
So
Someone
then
poops
it's
in there, and there's a
reusable?
little wheel on the side of it. And after you poop, you spin that wheel.
You do as a
The
person.
person that poops,
Oh.
like coming in there and spinning no wheel for your ass.
no.
But so but how about how about all the nasty paper after the wipe and
The
stuff?
toilet paper is biodegradable.
So just
Yeah,
Put it on in there, buddy. Compost.
and then there's a pee
Not-
bucket, and you just got to empty the pee
But
bucket.
how about someone like I'm telling you, someone comes in there with diarrhea, they ain't gonna fucking do it all nice and clean. You're gonna have to go and do that.
And not every business has a toilet. Like, you know,
Name a business that doesn't have a toilet that's also a wellness center. You go get a massage, they don't have a toilet there?
Actually, my chiropractor doesn't have a toilet paper, and that's a wellness center.
This guy.
That sounds suspicious that your chiropractor doesn't have a toilet.
I mean, he has a toilet, but
probably
it's not
doesn't have a
usable for the
license.
public.
If you are
well, there's
getting
a-
your
yeah.
back fixed, do you use the toilet there?
no.
So you just, what if you have to pee?
I go to the fucking Dunkin' Donuts
then
next
you'd
door.
have to, you'd have to just go find. I would just.
And
go
that sounds
find a
nice for you
toilet.
guys.
I mean,
I expect it because this is
I
a
guess I've
wellness
never
center.
thought
because
about it before. I guess I've never held a business in contempt
Yeah.
for not having a toilet.
Yeah, especially if I knew it was like if it's like a food business and a drinking business, I expect them to have.
But
a toilet.
maybe a wellness center. Yeah, you're right.
I don't expect a wellness
Because
center to have
poop.
it.
Because
And listen,
pooping as well.
It also has a shower because it needs to have a shower. And let me tell you about human beings. If there's a shower and no toilet, they're just going to piss in the shower.
That's true.
But pee is
But
easy
at
clean.
least they won't poop in it.
Yeah, they won't poop in it.
And
That's what you don't know. That's what you don't fucking know.
and peeing in
I'm
the
not about to
shower.
risk somebody waffle stomping a turd down my fucking drain in my shower. Anyway, the bus is up and running is all I was trying to get at instead of explaining to you guys how a fucking compost toilet works.
Good God.
No,
I've peed in it. Also, all the men have to sit down to pee.
It's a really good idea. And like how you were saying, what was it called? Detox Sunday or something?
Yeah, detox Sundays.
Yeah. I think it's going to be good.
Oh, yeah. Well,
You guys had some hits while I was there?
yeah, some people came through. We actually had a Finnish guy stop by.
Ooh.
Him and his mom, who just came from Finland. She'd been in town for like, I think, less than a week. And he was like, hey, this is our culture. And guess what? You guys are... It's like, fucking, y'all are doing it right on. There was one thing we need to fix, and we're going to fix it.
What is it?
We need to add a vent in at the bottom of the sauna to pull air through. And so I'm going to do that. That's
Nice.
it. That easy.
Was it like just something that they said? Kind of
Yeah,
thing?
well, so our sauna kit came with a vent. I just didn't put it in because we had windows in the back. And he was like, actually, if you put this at the lower end of the sauna, he's like, trust me, it'll work out better. And I was like, all right, bet, man.
Nice. So what's the culture behind the sauna?
You really want to, one, it's something to do in the winter. All right, let's be for real. Being cooped up in your house all winter, not a good look. But in,
Just sweat, you know?
yeah, you get to sweat when you are getting hot. It lets your blood vessels expand, and then when you get cold, it constricts them. This moves the blood around your body, getting you nice all and oxygenated. We're still looking into like the science on it, but I know that for me personally, it calms me down, man. Also, with my knee, I got this MCL problem I tore my MCL a while back. I get this knee ache, and when it's really cold outside, it hurts. But I get into the sauna, I just kind of feels good. Feels like your insides are turning into butter, and you just kind of relax and you chill.
Is it just sweating, or are you like it? This might sound dumb, but are you burning calories?
You're
you're just sweating.
While in a
Not a lot, but they say that it does help get your heart rate up, and it's good for your cardiovascular. So I mean, it helps with high blood pressure too.
And does this common effect naturally exhibited for everyone? Because when I get in the sauna, I don't feel calm. I feel like I need to get the fuck out of there.
No, the calming effect isn't that. It calms me down.
You
but
gotta give it a few minutes. You gotta succumb to the heat. You know, you gotta
you gotta start to sweat.
like just get it all.
You gotta breathe in and burn
you
your
know how
nose
you
hairs
claustrophobic, like when you claustrophobic, like you need to get the fuck out. I feel like I'm going to die in there.
Oh well,
Hey,
I mean,
maybe
if it's
that's just
kind
not
of
for
a
you.
thing. Yeah, it's not
Yeah.
for everybody.
Like I can't. It's hard for me to breathe.
I hated it also. Like when I was going to the gym regularly, when Lifetime was like a 24-hour. It would be nice, like going into the sauna after like a nice workout. I hated it in the beginning, but like I don't know. It's like beer; it grows on you. You know, it's an acquired.
So in Finland, because obviously I've done my research, what they'll do is they'll do like a day at the fucking sauna, or like even I was talking with the Finnish dude, Marcus. Shout out to Marcus. I don't know why you would see this, but if you do, what up, bro? He's like, nah, man. He's like, you go in there, you get hot, you come out, you sit in the cold, you drink your beer. He's like, and then you go back in. And then you get hot again, and you joust off in the cold water, and you drink a little bit more of your beer. He's like, you just do that. And you just hang out with people, talk. In Finland during World War II, he was telling me that like they would have Finnish saunas, like because Finland was a neutral country, where they'd have like world leaders at still and like business people butt naked in the fucking saunas talking about like how we're about to make these billions of dollars and shit, and just like doing their meetings in there. And like it's a whole entire thing. And when we were at the ones in Czech, it's like about wellness, it's about chill, it's easy, it's accessible, and it's fucking fun. And this whole winter, I'm just gonna be doing shit. I'm gonna be out. I'm not gonna be in the house. I'm gonna be out in my fucking hot bus, my little wet wagon, my fucking moist-mobile, having a good time.
You know, I know this is already going to be a success. So when you have your next bus, just make have a hot tub in there too.
I don't know. We thought about it.
I don't know if you want to drive with water in a pool.
Yeah, we'd have to empty it out and move it every time.
Dude,
just the physics of having a bunch of water in the back of a bus would be
also
wild.
The sheer weight of it. Like you must be getting like 2 miles to the gallon.
Well, I mean, it's a big old diesel engine. It's made to carry 77
diesel,
kids.
right, yeah.
So,
Yeah.
no, the bus is good. We didn't really add that much more weight onto the bus.
And now,
because they ripped everything apart.
It's probably lighter than it started.
Yeah,
It's probably way lighter.
Well,
But
also,
if
like-
you added a hot tub, like just like the weight of the water and stuff.
the weight of water.
So-
If a bus could carry 77 kids, it could also carry 77 adults. 77 times 200-pound adults. Like the bus would be fine. Like I'm telling you, it's underweight.
So do you have like one a clean water tank and a gray water tank?
Yep. Yeah. She's beautiful. Anyway, off of bus. Oh, the bus's name is also Schoolisha.
Schoolisha?
That's the name of the bus. That's not the name of the business.
Oh.
Schoolisha's got them yams.
She indeed do. So, you guys.
Although you could like spin it and just be, like the whole sauna thing, like make it like a semi-cult, just like the way of Schoolisha.
The way of Schoolisha. I think none of these neighbors definitely think we're in a cult.
The ancient teachings of Schoolisha.
There were like people come by here and get like half naked and put on these white towels and they hang out in that bus and I have no idea what they're doing.
Oh yeah, it's definitely cult vibes.
Hereditary.
Look, there's a bunch of new movies coming out. We're going to talk about some of them, like an actual fuck ton. So we're just going to go. I'm going to name the movies and the TV show, and then we're going to talk about them. But with Guardians of the Galaxy 3, Cocaine Bear with Ray Liotta, which I think is Ray Liotta's last movie.
What the fuck is cocaine?
There was this bear that
Yeah.
got into a bunch of cocaine, and like for a brief amount of time, it was like this. It was unstoppable.
It's gonna be a horror movie.
So
I don't know what it
that's
is.
crazy that
Todd.
cocaine affects the same thing as will affect an animal that affects us. That's cool.
Hey man, a brain's a brain.
Yeah, right.
so cool.
Transformers. Beast Wars is not called Beast Wars, it's called something else, but I'm calling it fucking Beast
It's
Wars.
Beast Wars, boy.
And then that 90s show. So a lot of shit's coming out.
The 90s show, I'm not having high hopes for it. I think it's gonna be trash.
I didn't watch that 70s show.
I didn't
haven't
watch the 80s show.
Look, that
Nor the
70s
70s
shows
show.
is great. It's one of the best shows, but it definitely fizzles out, and the ending is like very like.
Yeah, they fucked a lot of things
I
up.
only watched a few
that
episodes.
80s show.
They did try that 80s show. It
Flopped.
lasted
They
for like
flopped. Yeah,
5
because
episodes, maybe.
because it's one of those shows where it was just like even though a lot of shitty things have come out about a lot of the actors that were on that.
Danny
show.
Masterson.
Hyde.
Hyde.
Also, Fez.
Fez? Oh,
Fez is back?
Walter Rama Rama. That's right. He was
Yeah.
dating like a fucking 14.
Yeah, there was a lot of shady things. But anyways, like while it was happening, it was like a lightning in a bottle situation, right? Like it was just like a very like for its. It just I don't know. It just worked.
Well, I think
the cast, the chemistry, like you can't. It was Mila Kunis's like first gig.
Did you know she lied?
Huh?
When she got the job?
Yeah, she lied about her age to get that job, and you have God, I'm so bad with names right now.
Who you know?
Ashton Kutcher.
Yeah, Ashton Kutcher's and Topher Grace. I mean, like
Yep.
you just had these, just the cat. You know, like it was a
So
strong.
what
cast.
Mila Kunis said was, I think she was either 14 or 15. She might have been 16, but she
Yeah,
was
16,
like,
I think.
she was like, yeah, I'll be 18 on my birthday.
Yeah.
And they were like, why did you lie? She's like, I never said which birthday.
Yeah, and that got her, and that jump started her into a fucking
Hell of a career, man.
massive career.
Ashton Kutcher said he felt
So-
super weird about it when he found out. I was like, yeah, I bet you did, bro. Like,
Yeah.
I'd be like,
Also because Ashton Kutcher is like a huge ally in like the whole like trying to expose like sex trafficking and like
Yeah.
he does a lot of work in that regard. So he's a homie on that one.
Yeah, he's vocal about it.
yeah, which is tight.
Well, he's also active about it. Like he's in there. He's in the trenches.
I don't know the two actors' names, but they got Kitty and Red are going to be back for that 90s show, and it looks like it's their grandkids.
Yeah.
Yeah, and it's
It's kind of a cool vibe, though.
It's fine. I'm sure it'll be whatever, but it's just like if they're attempting to recapture something, it's just like, dude, just think of a new idea because
Now
it's
that
like,
I agree with 100%.
trying to recapture something seldom works. Like fucking
Yeah.
How I Met Your Father is probably already canceled. You know what I mean? Like who cares? Who's talking about it?
Actually, it's not
Like-
that bad. It's actually pretty good. I'm watching
If
it.
the
BRB.
writing is gonna have to be top tier, like it's gonna.
The writing is
Yeah,
actually
but-
pretty good in How Much Father too.
It's smart for them to do 90s because like that's something that
Yeah.
a lot of people that are in their like 30s and 40s right now can still like it'll
Yeah.
it's a good nostalgia period, but
Yeah.
if it's just gonna be, you know, trying to capture nostalgia, because like that 70s shows wasn't really about like trying to I don't know. Yeah, I don't know.
I honestly don't even know what the Seven Shoulders was about because I only watched a few episodes here and there.
Oh, it was so
It was
good.
I was
Might
never
as
something
well
like
watch it.
yeah. I never like sat down and watched the whole.
It
thing
was just
for its
like
entirety.
it was just like a group of kids in the 70s and just like, you know, just a coming of age kind of story and just
smoked a lot of pot.
Just your typical sitcom. you
I
know?
think this show is basically going to be grandparents learning how to deal with like millennials or like Gen Z.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Basically, so like they're gonna have to learn. There's gonna be the episode of learning like the fluidity of gender, or there's gonna be the episode about drugs, but like what drugs are now. Like there's gonna be a legal
Yeah.
weed episode. There's gonna be,
Yeah.
you know, I feel like we've already seen the show and it hasn't even started.
I'll give it a shot, but
Same.
I don't know. It seldom works trying to recapture something, especially when you had such a strong cast.
Yeah.
Yeah.
What's the next? What's
Let's
the next
talk
show?
about Guardians of the Galaxy trailer.
Oh, yeah.
You guys
Oh,
just watched
we
it.
just watched
I just watched it.
GOG3 trailer.
And I don't know if you guys played the video game, but it's like I don't know if you have you seen the holiday special yet?
I have not, but I will
Right.
tell you this.
I
Before
will-
we get into Guardians, this segment's brought to you by
Shirts.
Normies merch. That's right, everybody. The Normies has holiday merch featuring a little Chibi Goku and a little Chibi Naruto. If you want to, you can head over to the Normies threat list to get yourself one of these shirts. They come in hoodies, tank tops, shirts, sweaters, and the link is going to be provided in the chat here in a second. That's right. Normies have merch. Teespring. All right, back on the Guardians.
I'm keeping this. They don't know it yet.
So yeah, Guardians of the Galaxy 3.
Yeah. Hype for it.
Guardians of the Galaxy 3.
Yeah, pure hype.
It's given me the vibes I got from the game. Even the holiday special, you guys got to play the game. Pat, you want to stream it? I would highly recommend that. It was
seems cinematic.
fantastic. It was like way better than I thought it would be. It's a linear game. I thought it was going to be like kind of Mass Effect, but like Guardians of the Galaxy, where you could kind of travel the universe. But it's a linear game, but like the gameplay is like super good. I don't know why we're talking about the game now, but I'm saying like the story wise, like it's good. I like it. I like where they're going.
I think the movie's going to be fun. I think they did a really good job at bringing James Gunn back. I know that they were kind of conflicted on that, and it's tight that they did.
So I don't know. Go ahead. I'm sorry.
I was just going to say it's one of those things where like cancel culture doesn't make a lot of sense. I know that people like cancel culture is a problem and people are getting canceled, but like no people that are supposed to be canceled are getting canceled. And then like James Gunn made a fucking tweet forever ago and Disney's like, oh, and they canceled him on that, but then they brought his ass right the fuck back. Like it's kind of stupid. It doesn't make sense. But luckily we're about to get a really cool movie from it.
They brought him back because like Batista kind of stood up for him. The fans kind of stood up for him, or I don't know. I don't even know what the controversy was. Or
he made like a joke about like eating a baby or killing a baby or something like that on Twitter like 10 years ago. It's Disney though, and you know how fucking Disney
so I mean,
is.
like, I wouldn't say that was, because like that's obviously dumb. I think it was one of those situations.
Thank you, QPO.
I think it's one of those situations of like this isn't like that was probably cancel culture going too far, you know, because when you make a big deal, when you cancel every single thing, like it takes away from the big things that are actually happening, like people being sexually assaulted at work or like being taken advantage of. Like those are the stories that we should be focusing on, not somebody making unless it's like hate speech or like racism or something, but like a dumb
joke,
like a dumb dark joke. Like when
ago.
you give it that much importance, it takes away from the actual bad things that are happening, in my opinion, and it also is counterproducctive to the to cancel culture.
Giant hands.
Sorry.
No. You're right. I mean, listen, fucking Louis C.K. is still doing shows. Like, so what the fuck ever. But I'm just saying, I'm excited for the movie. I think James Gunn brings it. I enjoyed his Suicide Squad take, and like, so I'm excited to see what he's going to come up with in this one.
So during the holiday special, Reaction Surge said that this is actually James Gunn's last MCU thing, and he's actually going on to take over the DCE.
Nice.
So I'm very excited about that. That could be really good. That's a good call.
Is he officially going to DC? And is he taking the Kevin Feige route? Is he being Kevin Feige? Because I thought Kevin Feige was going to leave. Feige. I thought he was going to leave Marvel to go to DC because like there was rumors for him to do that.
I don't know. Somebody fact check me out there, but I don't know. All I said is he's going to the DCEU. I don't know what capacity, but if he is there, Kevin Feige, I mean, I think that could be pretty smart.
Mm-hmm. Yeah, DC's on a struggle bus. Not on the struggle bus. Because I mean, I think the Batman was good. I know you really liked the Joker. I wasn't
Joaquin
a big fan
Phoenix
of that.
loved it. His performance was phenomenal.
Yeah, didn't need it.
His performance was great.
But I'm hoping. I always thought that DC was going to take that route and kind of stick to that. Anyway, did you guys talk about Beast Wars yet?
Beast Wars.
Wait, are we done talking about Guardians of the Galaxy?
What else you want to talk? What else do you want to add?
all I
Dude
said
is playing Adam Warlock. That's gonna be really
Oh
interesting.
yeah,
Yeah,
Miles, not Miles Teller.
The eyebrows guy.
Yeah.
Yeah, best guy.
From Meet the Millers.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Where are the Millers?
You guys are getting paid.
Meet the Millers?
From Midsommar.
And he got super. He actually, there was an interview with him. Oh, what's his name? The real name?
I'll look it up.
Anyways, the actor that plays Adam Warlock, those obviously he's working for the MCU, so he's got to get jacked and everything.
Yeah.
So they hooked him up with the chefs and like the personal trainers and all
Please
that.
put
He's
you
like,
on, man.
Yeah, I wonder what it looks like.
He was Poulter. Will
Poulter, that's right. Will Poulter. So he was just talking about his experience, and I think it was something along the lines of like, you know, like, yeah, I look great, but it's like a literal nightmare. Like he says it's not as healthy as it looks, or like healthy, and not as realistic. Like you can't maintain that kind of body for a very long time.
No.
It's just like
Pat, I know you go to the gym every day.
No. I'm not
Other
talking about
people
me
do
because
other
I'm not
things.
like that. I'm talking about I seen bodybuilders maintain that body. Like you can maintain that body. I seen bodybuilders do it.
but it's just
They
like
maintained it. That's the career. They've done it.
Yeah,
If
but
you-
that's it. Though.
if you have
That's
a
their
passion
career.
for it, that's one thing.
You only see that version of the body on the comp day.
No, but I'm saying like if they have a passion for it, that's like what they want to do for a living. That's cool, but like it's not realistic for like the vast majority of the population because everybody wants to look like that, but the amount of work it takes to.
I agree with you with that.
You know, like-
the amount of work you got to do, it's like ridiculous amount of work.
Yeah.
Like it's from every, I agree with you, but it's like
So I think that's what he was saying. Like for most people, this is not realistic. So like don't think that this is what you need to be.
Yeah, don't go chasing those waterfalls. Stick
fuck,
to the
I'm
rivers
chasing
and
those
the streams.
waterfalls. I'm trying to beat his body.
Yo, Beast fucking Wars, bro.
I'm hype. I want it all. I
haven't
No,
seen
I
it,
don't even know what Beast Wars are.
You guys never watched Beast Wars?
Well,
Nope.
Beast Wars. Wait, okay, yeah. To go ahead.
Go ahead. What's Beast Wars? Educate us.
Yeah, it's basically Transformers that came down the prehistoric time, or at least before like cars and shit, and then they chose dinosaurs and animals.
Yes.
to
Okay,
become.
I do remember this. There was like a T-Rex.
So
Yeah,
I
that
had,
was
like-
Megatron.
Hold on,
Megatron was
listen. The Beast Wars intro is 1 minute long, and I'm just gonna show it to you.
This
So
dude,
I got a question.
Yeah,
So
hold on. No. I need you to watch this. That's what I need to happen.
yeah, well,
Can you guys hear it?
Yeah.
Bringing it
Oh, hold on. I'm
turn
sorry.
it down just a little.
No. I'm gonna put it. I'm gonna put it in the podcast. I want everybody to hear it.
Okay.
Okay.
Can they see it?
Yeah, I don't know.
Connected for they can't see it. No. What? We're watching it. Can you guys hear it?
Yeah.
Okay. Look. See.
Your microphone's in the way. Look at that. There you go.
See, they come to Earth. They gotta scan everything. It's dinosaurs around.
Yeah, I remember this.
So then they become fucking dinosaurs, bro. The Transformers are becoming dinosaurs for anyone who wants to know.
Turn down just a little bit.
See, this is what you guys missed out on.
Beast Wars. Okay,
So
yes, I
these
remember
are the
this.
same aliens that are in the cars.
Bruh.
Yeah.
That is cool.
Wait, so they're making a movie?
Yes.
Yeah, there's a fucking trailer out for it, and it's
Yeah.
crazy. But so we don't know how it's gonna be because Spidey, you explain it.
Yeah, so Optimus Prime is supposed to come down and be this gorilla, but there's already a gorilla transformer that we're seeing in the trailer. So it's not going to be Optimus Primal, which was the
It's
shit.
Mecha Optimus Prime.
Right. But still, I mean,
like already
it looks like we're still getting Cheetor. I didn't see Rat Trap or anything.
Cheetor. Okay, you're unlocking
Bro.
some memories here.
Bro, what was the...
Fucking Rhinox.
Yeah, Rhinox. What was the
Wow.
spider lady? A rat. There was Tarantulas and like a rat.
Oh, hold on, wasn't the spider lady kind of cute?
Yeah, she was kind of hot.
Yeah,
It was
yeah.
odd. Yeah, weird boners at that age.
I mean, most all of them were. But look, I think I'm tired of watching Transformers movies. I'm gonna fucking watch it. I think I've seen every single one of them except for Bumblebee, which I heard Bumblebee was actually pretty good.
So you watched all of them? I've only seen the
Yeah.
first three.
I remember watching the
What's up
third
first?
one
Have you seen the Michael Bay movie The Island?
blowing
with
shit up.
It was actually a
McGregor?
really good movie. I think
Conor McGregor?
Ewan
McGregor.
Oh.
I think, but like the point is, there's I don't know if it was Transformers 1 or 2, but there's like a sequence where he just took a shot from the island, put it in the Transformers movie, but added the Transformers, so it like looks.
So no one knew.
So yeah, but
I remember watching Transformers 3 and being like, yo, 1, I hate this movie. 2, it's too long. 3, my eyes are physically tired. And 4, Optimus Prime, the hero, just shot 2 people in the head in front of the camera. And I think maybe the franchise has gone too far.
We've gone way over what we need to do.
Literally,
Take
what
over
is
the entire city.
but shit,
Sentinel Prime is like, Optimus, please, I don't know, maybe we can work together. And Optimus is just like, sayonara, motherfucker. And his face is like in the camera, and he shotgun blasts him, and like robot parts fly everywhere. And I'm like, let's fucking murder. Like, are we?
It is.
We're just gonna let that slide in. I think he
is
ripped-
Optimus his whole thing he doesn't kill or
No, but it's like he's supposed to be the
savage.
hero, and like he goes a little. He damn near curb stomps some dude. Like it's a little too savage. And then fucking what's his name? Megatron's all fucked up, and Megatron's like, Optimus, we're like brothers. I fucking hate you. And Optimus is like, I don't need you in my life. And you think he literally rips his face off, like,
I believe so. It's pretty bad.
it's like, yeah, that's too
I
much.
think it's because they realized that the rule only says you can't murder humans.
Right?
Like,
but
all
robots.
right, well,
Like
And
if
the
they
thing
were
with
people.
parts is you can put them back together, so no one's really.
I mean, just imagine the hero of the movie. Someone's like, please, spare my life, please. And he's just like, foot on his fucking face. And none of that.
none of that shit.
It's like, I used to play with that toy.
That's the kind of shit that, the anti-hero. That's the.
I mean, I guess he's
that's
making
what
it.
sells these days.
He was transforming into an anti-hero. But that movie was too much. And then there's the one with Mark Wahlberg about the fucking Romeo and Juliet law that feels gross. And then there's
Okay.
The Last Kingdom with the Dinobots.
Did you guys
Dinobots.
have Transformer toys?
Yes.
Yes.
Yeah.
Dude, those were the best. That's where I remember Beast Wars now, because I had the Tyrannosaurus Rex that could
Oh,
fucking
yeah.
dude. Oh, I used to love those.
Megatron was the shit in that one.
Dude, they're probably, if those types of toys still exist, probably super intricate now because of
Yeah,
like
bro, they
how-
were hard to do.
Yeah, they were. I used to get the generic ones, and I used to get the
used-
generic Dollar Store Power Rangers sometimes too,
Nah,
like the
I had them all
Transmorphers.
I never got it, but I
Transformers.
wanted the whole like 18-wheeler for Optimus Prime because
Yeah.
like the front turned into Optimus Prime, then you unfolded the back into like this fucking thing.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Oh, Optimus, we love you.
Toys.
All right, what's the other? Hold on. QPL what? QPL says
Get-
it's a cop out. The tentacles and hentai.
Like
what's the
tentacles
other-
and
What did we miss?
What's a cop out?
PL said. Sorry, I have to mute myself. Where's my notes? I'm nothing without my. Okay, there they are. Transformer. Cocaine Bear.
Cocaine Bear.
Yeah, what the fuck
Bear.
is that? Because it sounded hilarious at
Exactly.
first, but now I'm
that
thinking,
sounds terrifying.
Yeah, bear on cocaine. No, thank you.
I'm gonna read the synopsis for Cocaine Bear to you guys.
Oh my
go
god,
ahead.
is this like a true story, or are we getting a shark?
I believe it was based on it. Hold on. What is the Cocaine Bear story? After a failed drug smuggling operation, a black bear ingests a large amount of cocaine and goes on a drug-fueled rampage. I'm pretty sure this happened in real life. I remember
So he went after the drug dealers?
no, he's just on the mountain going ham.
He went after anything that was alive.
Hey, could you imagine?
I guess inadvertently, the only people that were probably present were drug dealers. So,
All right, this is
Bear just did a line of cocaine. It was like, these criminals gotta go. This stuff can't be in
bro,
fucking justice.
He ends up taking out like high top cartel members. Like it ends the cartel.
You're like, call an ambulance, but not for me.
All right. However, its far-fetched premise is indeed based on a true story, and though far less grisly to speak, the real details behind the event may be just as shocking. So, like, the bear didn't go on a rampage. I think they were just like, "Yo, that bear is up there on coke, and we're gonna leave it the fuck alone until
of
it
course.
calms down." Because how much coke could a bear do?
I mean,
how
can
long would it be high?
you not just tranquilize a bear?
Not if it's on coke.
Cocaine?
It's coked out. It's not gonna work.
And how did it not OD?
Yeah, how you not?
Because it's probably a 500-pound bear. His body was just like,
Dude,
whatever.
They had enough cocaine to be
Imagine-
selling to humans. A bear came in and was just like,
So is that bear gonna be addicted because he has lived his whole life never feeling that?
Oh my god,
All of a
he's
sudden,
so right.
all of a sudden feeling it to
Yeah,
the
now I
highest
feel bad. He has
degree.
withdrawal
Yeah.
effects.
And now he'll
Oh,
never.
he's gonna reach back there like, come on, baby, just open up.
I'm pretty sure they kill the fucking bear because like they have to.
I have to. Let me get some of that book of sugar, baby.
Seeing a bear is already scary. I feel like, and just if you knew a bear was fucking zooted, you'd be like, "Oh, I'm dead." Like that.
What if
That's
he just
it.
got
Is
smart
there a
at
YouTube
that
video? I
point?
gotta see this.
Oh, we gotta have to watch the trailer later. But like,
fuck?
yeah, I don't know. Just the idea of like an apex predator being like, "Oh, I found the cheat code." For a
Yeah.
brief minute there, he wasn't afraid of anything, and like he was probably literally unstoppable. They're about get the army.
They're already
Yeah,
not
the
afraid of a
army.
lot.
Yeah,
Well, apparently, a lot of animals haven't seen humans before. So, like, when they first see one, they kind of freak out. So you might be all right, but a coked out bear is gonna be super fucking curious.
Yeah, I think I showed both of you because we were talking about after we went camping. We were talking about bear sightings. I showed everybody here. There's a video of a bear and a dude just like punching it. The bear just keeps coming at him. There's also a video of a cougar chasing this dude, and the dude's got his gun down. He's like, "Get back, get back!" And he tries to shoot at the cougar, and he fucking misses because it's a cat. And then like, luckily the cat's like, "Okay, that was kind of loud. I guess I'll stop." And then like the cat leaves. But I was like if you're getting chased by a bear and you try to shoot it, I think you got one shot. So I think if you get lucky, you got one shot.
It's
And
not
I think
gonna
same
work.
with the
You ever
cat.
played Red Dead Redemption 2?
Bro.
And dude, that shit is terrifying because
Yeah.
like you're just minding your business and either like a fucking wildcat or a bear and the time slows down and it's literally like
Don't miss.
They're
Have
so
you-
big and they're so quiet.
actually there's a real life YouTube video, although in hindsight I don't know if it's real or not. Somebody time fact slow- check me, but it's like it's this video of these hunters and this lion is like full on charging and it happens like that. Like they get one shot and it like slides right up to them. Like
y'all was
if they
dead.
would have missed it, it would have been done. That
Oh
would've been
man,
it.
I mean,
Gee.
the hunters had it coming. If the lion got to him, I don't care about that.
Well, okay. So here's the thing about hunting: if it's done correctly, it's actually good because like you have to go
Good for
to
where you're going.
It's good for the local city or village or whatever.
Yeah.
Like if it's done legally, if it's done correctly, there are only certain animals that you're allowed to shoot at because they're either sick animals or they're like old animals
Or there's too many of them.
or there's too many of them. But
Like us
like,
with deer.
but
Yeah.
hunting isn't like legal hunting, like big game hunting. Like people shit on it, but like. if
Oh no,
it-
I think if you're out there killing a lion or a rhino, I think you're a piece of shit.
Well, yeah,
Yeah, I mean-
a rhino, but like, I mean, even I don't know how it works, man, or what animals are.
I know you said like if it's a sick or whatever, would let another animal just kill that animal so they could get that food.
But then, like, that animal could become sick and it could spread to the population.
But that animal, but that's nature,
So like,
motherfucker.
look, there's a I think
like,
it's a little more nuanced than like some hunting sucks and stuff. Like because Marquez's dad,
like the economy is good for like the local whoever is providing those permits, whoever's like doing all that. Like it is beneficial.
Marquez's dad hunts boars and he also eats these boars. And also there's a boar problem in Czech where they're at. So they're like, yeah, like we got it. They're an invasive species. Like we hunt them. You know, what I mean, we saw plenty of little deer around, and no one was killing them. And then when it is deer season, and there's a lot of them, someone kills them. But they're also eating these animals. I think like there's a lot of hunting culture I don't fuck with. I don't fuck with trophy hunting. And even like Marquez's dad's friend had a bunch of like trophies in his house. I was like, this feels a little weird. Like you're just decorating your house with the fucking things you've killed. Whatever. I guess if that's your life, that's how you fucking roll. For me, a little fucking weird. But like, I think like the big game hunting and like, oh, I'm trying to go out and fucking shoot a lion or like shit like that is like that one dentist that killed Cecil the lion. I was like, you're bitch mate.
But that could be okay. I mean, yeah, that's fucked. But again, like it could be maybe it's not sickly, but maybe it's a animal that's attacked, and now it has a familiarity and a taste for like humans.
Yeah, I mean, those are instances where you have to put those animals down. I'm just saying.
I'm just saying. Yeah, I mean, like you said, it's nuance. It's not.
Yeah.
It's not. Holy,
I saw a dude in Michigan on a kayak hunting bears with a bow and arrow, and I was like, I don't know why you're doing that, but I guess he's like, they're an invasive species up here. Is what we got to do. I'm like, all right, man, but
with a bow and a boat.
With a bow and a boat, I was like, go out there, baby, get it.
Yeah.
But like you said, I mean, there is a lot of bullshit, illegal shit. Wait, on this note, I watched this comedian on YouTube, Stavros Halkias. He's this like Greek comedian. He's hilarious. He's so funny, and he does a lot of audience crowd work. So he was talking to this one guy, and it turns out he's a pest control. Yeah. And he's like, okay, what's the most fucked up thing you've ever had to kill? And he was like, raccoons. He's like, how do you do it? And like the guy just wouldn't tell him. He's like, it's too fucked up. I don't want to say it out loud. He's like, we won't judge you. We won't judge you. Like, just how do you do it? So I guess what they do is they.
I love raccoons.
Yeah, they're so dope.
You sure you want me to tell you?
Yeah, go for it.
I want to know.
So this, I don't know if this is true for all pest control, but they capture the raccoon in a cage, and there's a bag that you can put over the cage, and then they connect the bag to the exhaust of the car.
There's got to be a more humane way to do that.
I mean, I guess
Shoot the fucking raccoon in the head.
That doesn't seem very humane either. You're gonna have to clean up raccoon
messy.
brains.
Would he just
Yeah, but the
pass out?
raccoon doesn't
Would he just
suffocate.
pass out and suffocate?
I think it's just like Jesus, humans. Like, you know, when at the beginning of Midsommar, if you will. Or, I think if you sit with it on, you fall asleep and then you die.
Yeah. Yeah.
So.
Goes peacefully.
Great.
Yeah, that's
great,
yeah.
great,
There's got to
great.
be a way to. Just,
I thought you were going to say they electrocute the bag or they just drown it.
Yeah.
I had an ex once, and this is a weird one, but we're going to move on to our last topic, which I don't even know what the last topic is. Maybe I'll think of it in the time. She caught a mouse, and she, like, sent me a picture, and she was like, I caught this mouse in this jar. And I was like, oh. I was like, well, put him outside. And she's like, all right. And then, like, an hour later, she's like, the mouse is dead. And I was like, well, what happened? And she was like, well, it was dirty. So I tried to wash it off by putting water in the jar, and then I just shook it violently. And I was like, why? She was like, because it's a mouse and it's gross and I wanted to kill it. And I was like,
What?
You're going to raise our future children, bitch? Like, what the fuck?
hold on, so she
What
said
the fuck?
Hold on. Hold on. Did she say it was dirty and I want to kill it, or was it?
She was like, she presented it like it was dirty, and so I wanted to wash it off.
So that's fair. If she wanted to clean it,
No, it's a mouse. Who cleans a fucking mouse that you find in your house? You let it back outside.
she didn't mean to. Did she mean to kill it or not mean to kill it?
Well, when I
thought she
asked
meant to
her
kill it.
why she did it, she was like, yeah, it's dirty. She also told me that she killed her sister's gerbils when she was little because gerbils are gross and
They're
dirty.
super fragile. Like they
Yeah,
can die
I
from
know.
just like a very small
But-
fall, or even like fear. Like
Because
they can
I feel
scare
like
themselves to
if
death.
I was a little kid and if I saw a mouse that was dirty, I would put it in a jar.
So
and
this
shake
was a grown woman I was having sex with. She was
That's
not
how
a
you
little
would clean
kid.
a mouse. You'd shake it in a jar.
If
of
I
water.
didn't want to touch the mouse because it's dirty,
You would just like it's a drink, like a shake weight.
again, if I was a kid, I'm putting myself if I was a kid, if I had a kid brain, I think that.
All right, how young are we? talking?
Yeah, like I don't know, like 6, 7.
Oh, okay.
Like I mean, just
Sure.
like you're not gonna.
But he's not talking about.
No, she was also a gerbil killer. So like I after that I was like, well, I don't think that's a weird thing to do. Because she seemed like the type of person who was like, the baby wouldn't stop crying. So I was like, shut the fuck up, just stay away from my kids.
Because I did a lot of stupid shit when I was like 6 or 7.
You put on a glove. Well, or so a mouse is dirty. You let it back outside. It lives outside. It's an outside animal.
Yeah,
you don't go around cleaning pigeons. You leave them alone.
Oh man, this podcast is just reminding me of all kinds of internet videos I've seen.
Yeah. Well, I know we swore up and down we wouldn't talk about it.
Nope.
And I don't want to talk about it. I just want to talk about. I want to loosely talk about it without actually talking about it. I think it's possible.
I mean, it's
At this point, I don't think this
haven't-
person is sick anymore. I think this is just how they are.
I haven't.
Let's have the conversation without mentioning the name.
I haven't followed up. Can somebody?
Yes, a certain someone whose name will not be mentioned
A certain
said specifically,
I like Hitler.
yes. And then he said some other things after, but trust me, they weren't good things
On the
either.
Alex
He also
Jones
said Hitler invented the microphone and highways. And let me
Are
tell
those
you,
things true?
a 2-second Google search will tell you no.
So then why is he vehemently lying and people are not fact checking himself? Why is he saying this shit?
Because that's the age we live.
So yeah, so
But like, that's unfair because that's the age we had this conversation. But like I think, like someone like myself, if I hear that, I'm going to just assume that is true
you should Google it.
Definitely look it up. Why would you just assume that was true?
because it came from someone like I'm not going to say Kanye. Like it came from Kanye West. I'm going to assume Kanye West probably fact checked this shit and say something. Or like if someone is going to say something on air and put it out there, they're gonna want it. Like I know it's unheard of, but we need to get better at it because like we need to hold people accountable for that.
You know what? Okay, I will agree. Because okay, so I do. It should be that way, especially when it comes to like journalism, like not even celebrities, but like literally like journalism, and I'm including like CNN, Fox News, like both sides of the aisle here. As a consumer, as just a person living a life, there's so much to do. The obligation shouldn't be on civilians to have to fact check, but the truth of it is like people are shitty, so we have to.
I gotta.
It shouldn't be.
Yeah, like at least journalism should have integrity, and it no longer does.
Because
and that sucks.
because of the C word, in my humble opinion.
C word.
Yeah, capitalism.
Oh, yeah.
Because they can keep you on. They can keep making money about it, and then they don't have.
But
hold on, real
you're
quick.
right, though. It should not be the burden on us, but it.
I want to bring this up. So the conversation to end it all is about how to find the truth. Is what I want to talk about because I think that's going to be interesting. And I think that's going to be a thing we're going to have to teach our kids that no one taught us, right? But let's take it back to 2000 BC or when the fuck ever, right? So people would have been like, "Hey, I got this book." I don't know. I know I said 2000. Just roll with me. I got this book. It's the Bible. It's the truth. Read this book. It's the truth. This is where you get the truth from. This whole entire thing, the truth. Any religious text, right? And so, like, if Pat existed back then, what, you're going to grab the Bible and be like, oh, someone said this book is the truth? It's the truth. The preacher says it. I trust the preacher.
Exactly.
But then eventually you read it for yourself and you start figuring out things and being like, I don't know if this is the truth. How could this be the truth? You got to get that one step deeper. You know what I mean? Like, you watch a movie... Okay, like you watch a movie and The Rock fights a gorilla, and you're like, oh yeah, man can fight a gorilla. Like, is that entertainment or is that the truth, right? Do you think it's the truth? But when you watch a movie, you know it's entertainment. And when you watch a lot of this media shit, you got to know that some of it's the truth, but also some of it's entertainment, some of it's outrage. And like, then you need to know that, and you need to do your little one step extra. With the microphone thing, I was like, okay, that sounds ridiculous. Googled it. Found multiple places on Google, like 2, that says that that's not true, and this is the person that invented the microphone. Cool. I'm going to believe that, right? Did the exact same thing for highways, and it was just like ancient Romans invented highways. Yeah, life's not fair. And what people want to do, because your attention is a commodity, they want to take that from you, and they want to use it to make money. They don't care how they make money. They just want to keep you interested.
Yeah,
and a lot
is
of
it not fair?
You just got to do it.
No, because like if I'm watching a podcast, like, cause I think this was on a podcast, right? I'm watching a podcast, so I'm going to whatever they're going to say on the podcast.
It's also specifically a certain person's podcast that is also not a trustworthy person.
Yeah.
But like, that's also a fair point. But let's say if I'm a fan of Alex Jones and I'm watching this podcast, okay, I'm an Alex Jones fan, whatever they're saying, I'm going to assume it's somewhat true. Like someone saying that this microphone is done by Hitler. Why lie something about that? Why say spread fake fact about that? Like
Then-
I was just gonna assume that's the truth.
then-
That's the problem, though. That like he's gonna have blind followers that are
and
going
but
to
the thing
believe
is,
that. There are people that go to Kanye church
because I'm not like I'll be like one of the blind followers because like I thought that was true when he said like I'm not gonna go do the research.
I think
should.
You have to.
Stop being a blind follower, Pat. It's not good for you.
I think what
you run a business.
the problem is then is like you are putting these people to. I'm not talking about Kanye specifically, just anybody. You have to go like just because a person makes like $250 million, that doesn't make them any less or better than you. Like
Or smart, even.
Or smart. Like, we're all people, and like, you know, like, I know that I'm a flawed person. I have to assume that for literally everybody on the planet. Everybody's a flawed person, and I'm not going to put anybody on a pedestal. Not that I haven't done that before. We all do it, but I try not to anymore. But like, you're putting too much faith even outside of celebrities, like journalism. Like, I take everything with a grain of salt now.
So I know, like
you unfortunately, we have to. You're right. If in an idealistic society, the burden shouldn't be on civilians. We should be getting fed the truth. That's how it should be, but it's not.
So
But also-
Kanye West is not an idol. I get that, but at a certain point, maybe now we get that Kanye West is not an idol. But like when he was good and when he was not doing stuff, he was probably an idol to some people.
Yeah.
And like for me, like I have idols, and you said like, you know, like they're flawed people and whatever, and we're flawed people. The reason we idolize people because we hope to be like them because we're flawed and we could get to be like them. But
that's-
like
Holy shit, we've gotten all the way back to the Bible. It's literally one of the 10 commandments, and not
Not
that I'm
to
pushing
idolize, yeah, I don't idolize
Christianity, but like this one has, I think, a legitimate reason. So one of the 10 commandments is like, thou shalt have no false idols or some shit like that. And the reason is because it's like, you shouldn't be putting anyone over God. Let's skip over the whole God thing. You shouldn't be really idolizing anybody that you don't personally know, I think, because like, you don't know them. The people that I try to idolize in my life are like my family members that are older than me, because like I do know them and I do know what they've done right and what they've done wrong, and like I don't have to. That's a
but
nice
some people
start to
don't
aim
have
for.
family like to idolize.
And I mean, even if you don't, like, you can look at a celebrity, and I think you can be really into a celebrity without idolizing them, because idolization that's a big step. You know what I mean? That's like a.
I mean, I think maybe idolization to you, maybe.
No, I think people do
but,
think
like,
Kanye's an idol, though.
Oh yeah, like I think maybe idolization to you, maybe like I have a temple of them in the house. I don't have it like that. It's like idolization is like I'm hoping
Poster on the wall, all of their jewelry, all of the things that they made.
It's
you don't
just
have to have a
not-
shrine for them.
It's just not smart anymore. But like, because of how quickly information moves now, it's just too dangerous to take anybody at their word for.
But I'm
So-
just saying,
As-
it's
even if
horrible
they have-
that like, it's horrible not to have idols anymore because that's what got you through the shit.
You can still like something
be
and like someone without
fans
taking
of
that whole
somebody.
entire step. Because I think a lot of people, when you say idol, it's like the team shit, like where I have to defend my fucking team no matter what.
Like,
and
I'm-
hold on, because I do want to, before we finish up, is I want everybody at some point in time to answer the question, like, how do you find what's true? And also keep in mind, too, that if there was one single source of something that we knew was to be true and we could go to that source, someone would just manipulate that source to manipulate the truth.
Eventually.
So that's why, like, finding what's true is a complicated process, because it's that important. Like, we don't put all of our power in one house of government. We have it spread around. Like, diversifying where to get information from is a good thing. And like, having to find what's true. So like, finish what you were saying, but also tell me, like, how do you guys go about finding like what's true?
I guess I just try to do research on both ends of the spectrum. Like, I don't really know where I align politically. I don't feel like I'm far left or far right. I kind of find myself somewhere in the middle. Like, even growing up, like, my values sometimes aligned with both sides, but then I would see my friends and families just being like hardcore to one side, and it just never made sense to me that.
Which right-leaning values do you think you have?
I guess it would be somewhat fiscal, you know, like fucking taxes suck, dude. And the size of like the government, like, I mean, I think that there needs to be a government, but I think when it gets so big, it becomes like super inefficient. So like nothing, you know, I don't align with most Republican values, I would say, but there's a few things where I'm like, okay, I see your side.
I only ask because I think a lot of people will say that they're centrist, and then when you ask them like what Republican ideas they believe in,
Yeah.
that's all they say. It's like,
Yeah.
I'm fiscally conservative,
So
but like that, I don't think
would
that
still-
makes
I
you a
would
true
still-
centrist.
Yeah, no, I'm not a true centrist. I'm definitely left leaning for sure. But it just never made sense to me that any one person could identify themselves as one or the other, because I just feel like everybody's desires and wants are so complex that there's no way that you disagree with everything on the other side.
Oh, no.
There's just no way.
But I find myself to be far left, and if you ask me what Republican things I care about, like, None. But also, like, I own a gun, but owning a gun isn't a Republican value.
But where I'm going with that is like, for me, I like to listen to both sides of the story. I don't really watch the news much anymore, but like when I did, I used to flip between CNN and Fox News. I just want to know both sides. Even when I was like going to college, like I like listening to talk radio. And
You listen to Rush Limbaugh.
well, I did. I fucking did, because like it was 93.1, and that was the pop radio station, and then they sold and went to 100.9, and 93.1 became like a Republican channel, and I just like stayed and I just listened because I just want to see like what they think and why they think it, and it is baffling sometimes, but. Anyways, I guess that's how I find the truth. Is like I just try to learn both sides of the story and just make an informed decision based on that.
Spadrick?
As far as finding the truth, I've been doing a lot more like Googling. News, really, it'll be like me and Brio will listen to, mainly Brio. She'll turn on Philip DeFranco, and then I'm just kind of like chiming in and listening.
Yeah.
Trevor Noah is another good one. Someone who's going to do the research and that I trust is actually already doing the research. If it's not just like me, but also, yeah, you got to fact check everybody. So, I mean, if anything ever comes up, like the Kanye thing was on Philip DeFranco this morning. It was on there like 5 hours after it happened.
Yeah.
Matter of fact, like dude's on it.
Bro, people were literally I was on Rumble when it was happening, and motherfuckers were like, the interview is still going on.
Yeah.
It's still happening.
Like, yeah, I went to the page. I found the interview. It's like a 2-hour interview, though, so I haven't actually watched the entire thing. But, like, just stuff like that. Like, find the source, you know, where did it come from, who's saying what, and I don't need to get a he said, she said. Let me just find it.
Just to add to your point about like Philip DeFranco, he's just like one person, but I think the integrity of journalism is going to platforms like YouTube because anybody that creates a channel is because they want to do it. They're not like bought out by corporations.
But for every Philip DeFranco, there's a Tim Pool.
Exactly. Yeah, for
and
sure.
that's the thing.
I
You
mean,
can find
but
you can find any side of any argument. There's someone who will tell you the earth is flat and you can't prove them wrong. And there's people who, you know, there's no reason for me to have the fucking argument. You know what I mean? Like,
but I'm saying like channels on YouTube, like the guerrilla journalism that's taking place on YouTube now, it's like usually, I mean, it starts out with an individual until they can build a team, but I'm saying like they're more likely to do like good research. Whatever side of the argument it's on, they're going to do their research because they want to do it. They're making that video because they want to do it, not because they're being controlled by some entity. So I really think that, like, I mean, again, you have to be careful because YouTube is also just some guy, you know.
What about you, Pat?
Yeah.
How do you try to find the truth?
For me, I think, like you guys just said, I know what's entertainment, what's not. In some news, like obviously Fox News is entertainment, so whatever I get from them, I'm not going to like obviously adhere to it. I'll fact check. But then there's also some trusted sources where I don't fact check, where I like Philip DeFranco or whatever views I'm thinking. I always said I'm in the middle or conservative. I have some conservative views, like mainly on the fiscal side. But I know outlets that have the same views as me, so I know that news is going to be tailored to me. So that is fair, but I also know that there's people that don't have that same, like they have the right views that are tailored to them for the right views. I think it's a lot easier to differentiate, but on a podcast, I feel like it's difficult because, and for worse, that's 100%. That's a right wing, whatever.
They're off the fucking ballast.
But let's just say if he was on a different show, like probably Joe Rogan, okay? Like I wouldn't know. It's like Joe Rogan, I feel like he's in the middle. I don't know if he's on the left or right. But I just, like if he's saying stuff, I'm going to assume what he's saying is the truth. I wouldn't fact check because
I haven't listened to him in a while, but I know, he used to have it'd be facts and it would be both sides of it. And you'd be like, oh, okay. Well,
I mean, but Joe Rogan also fell off 2020.
Yeah, he did.
Yeah, see, that's why I haven't listened to him since I was a kid.
The way I do it is it's hard because I try to intuit it. I listen to your Joe Rogan or not your Joe Rogans. I listen to DeFranco. I got fucking Last Week Tonight. Like I get my news from those kind of places, and yeah, they're lefty places. I got Rumble on my phone. I'll stop into a Tim Pool or a fucking Louder with Crowder to see what they're saying. And I've seen, and the thing that gets me is that like I've seen these people do it, right? I've seen Tim Pool go from where he used to be to where he's at now. Candace Owens doing the same thing. There used to be this dude on YouTube. His name was Baked Alaska. This was back in the day. And he was one of those guys who was like, look, I just want to offend everybody equally and I'm not a fucking racist. And then I saw this motherfucker at Charlottesville. Like I saw a long live stream of him at Charlottesville hanging out with people with Nazi flags, saying all the racist shit that I knew he was about. I have a unique ability, and I think a lot of black people do, to watch a white person on YouTube and be able to tell if they're fucking racist. And I know that sounds like some kind of voodoo fucking magic. It's not. I'll just be like, there's this channel called No Bullshit, and like I'll watch this guy and I'll be like, you're flirting with racism and you're doing this as a dog whistle to get more clout. Like I can tell. Like I hear the things you're saying. I see what the people are commenting in your comments, and then I see the things that you put out on the next video. Same with the Baked Alaska dude. He'd be like, I'm just asking questions, and it's like, but but like I see what you're flirting with, and I understand that, and I try to do my best to understand white supremacy in America. And when I see someone say something that I'm like, that feels a little weird, then I'll dig into it a little deeper. Or if I see someone getting on something, I'm like, that feels a little weird, then I'll dig into it deeper. And if it seems like it's not super weird, then I won't. But I also won't like base my entire personality on it either. You know what I mean? Like DeFranco said plenty of shit I disagree with. I've been watching this man for 10 years. I was just like, I try to do that with almost everything. And
sniffing out the racists, would you call that your KKK dar?
Yep, it's my KKK. But like, like if I I don't watch Steven Crowder because Steven Crowder's always proved to me that he's just a racist dude. But at least with like Tim Pool, he doesn't think he is. And like Tim Pool, what he's doing, he's just grifting, bro. He's just being like, Tim Pool used to work for Vice. I started watching Tim Pool back when Ukraine was losing Crimea. And I was like, man, this guy's got some interesting things to say. And then over the course, you see him start to switch more to the right and get more and more popular because of it and make more money. Same with Candace fucking Owens. And it's just like, I get what y'all doing. Tommy Lauren does the same thing. And it's like, you're just grifting for the dollars. Like you just want money. And you can get money through outrage. So like, what the fuck ever. I see it.
Another source I use is Bloomberg. I follow them just because you can always follow the money for most things for good news as well. Bloomberg's a good one I like to find some research on.
Yeah, finding the
their
truth.
name always turned me off though. It's just like
Bloomberg. I hate it too.
Bloomberg.
It just sounds so like curmudgeon-y.
I think it is.
It just sounds so like Bloomberg.
Well, I mean, look, that is what it is, y'all. I think that's the end of the podcast, and we're going to get ready to go do a raid. Sorry we had to end on this, but it's hanging in the
Do you guys
air.
think that was the Soul Gem in Adam Warlock?
Yes.
Ooh.
The little
soldier. I thought all the gems were gone.
He had a little
I
bendy,
don't
dude.
know, but now that you say it, I'm like, yeah.
He had a little
fuck
bendy,
it.
because that's what it is canonically in the comics, right?
Oh. Little bendy.
Which
Right?
who
Bendy.
becomes... 'cause Adam Warlock is not...
Sorry, I didn't want to divert us back to this, but
Yeah.
No, that's fine.
I forgot to ask that question earlier.
Oh my god, who am I thinking of? The
Adam
dude that
Warlock's
has the
not like a
power
wizard,
of,
right?
like-
Also known as Magus.
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 Spencer, take us out of the show, sir. Hey, everybody, remember, we got Normies merch. Oh, also, I now do a live stream on Tuesday where I play music. You can go back into our things and watch it. I wrote a song about George Soros because I was bored and we got raided and I didn't know what else to do.
Who's Joe Soros?
Well, that's a question for another time. What else? The Normies also, we're doing streaming all the time. Stick around with
we're
us.
gonna stream today
Normie
at
streaming
3
is
o'clock.
fun. It's 3 o'clock. We're playing Jackbox. Come play Jackbox with us.
Yeah,
Bye.
Jackbox.
Dun, dun.
What is Jackbox?
You don't know what Jackbox is?
Nope.
Oh, shit.
You don't know that? What is Jackbox?
Talking Normies podcast.